Hola, hola. Buenas tardes from Bogota, Colombia, baby. I'd like to welcome everybody to the end of another week in the markets, baby. So yeah, we come to the end of another week in the markets, and this week right here, we closed out on 38 pips. Oh boy, definitely not the type of week that we like to have here on the highway to freedom. But something about the Forex and life in general, you just can't escape life, period. And I'm gonna talk about what I mean by that. But with that 38 pips, that does bring us to a total pip count within the last 25 weeks of 10,126 pips in 25 weeks. Now, that's something that we can be very, very proud of. I encourage you guys to do your research out here if you like to, or some of you might be in these other Facebook groups or whatever the case might be, and you will be hard pressed to find a signals group or a Forex team, and they're out there, but you'll be hard pressed to find one that's averaging you about 400 and something pips a week, or who can say at the halfway mark of the year. And last week was actually the exact halfway mark of the year. At the beginning of 2017, we were saying, okay, if we keep at this pace right here, we're going to end up hitting about 20,000 pips by the year end. So I'm really proud of the fact that we hit the 10,000 pip mark. We crossed over that 10,000 pips at exactly halfway of the year. So even, let's say we closed out 38 pips this week. Even the last 2 weeks have been a little slower than we would like them to be. Believe it or not, we're still on pace. We're still on pace. Not time to just boom, boom, shoot yourself in the head. Not time to commit suicide. It's just that happening to be this thing that we have called life, that even with your glory, even with all the success that we've had, the ability for us to be able to brag about what we're doing. Some of you were encouraged to join us because of the results and the testimonials that we are creating here on the highway to freedom. Even with all of that, does not make us immune to slow times in the markets or having times where we have to deal with adversity. Right now, we're playing the sells on the euros. Those pairs are heavily exhausted to the top side. They've been expanding and expanding like a rubber band that's about to pop to the top side. And there are a couple of things that give me confidence even playing the sells on those trades. And one of them is what they call Dow theory. Dow theory is general technical analysis talk and jargon of what the markets generally do. Dow theory states that the market will recoup 1/3 to 2/3 of its loss or its gains. These are one of the first principles that I ever learned when I was trading Forex. Dow theory again states that the market will recoup 1/3 to 2/3 of its loss or its gain. So what we mean by that, as we see like the EUR JPY, it's just been going straight up, straight to the sky, just running away from us like, come on, baby, come on. When are you going to turn around? I'm sitting in the red. Come on, baby, I need some profits. I want to close on something. So even as we sit in that trade, what that means is the market does not go and move in a straight line. If you look at your charts, you can see that the market moves in waves. It moves in waves. So it'll go up, then it'll come back down. Sometimes it'll come back down past the point where it started going up, which indicates the change of a trend. Sometimes it'll go up and come back down just a little bit and then keep going back up some more and then come back down. But the market moves in waves. So when I talk about the markets being exhausted to the top side, what that means is that we are due for at least a retracement. Ideally, we would like to get a total trend change where the market makes deep, deep moves to the short side. But whether it's a retracement or whether it is a trend change, it presents us the opportunity to make money when we get a change in the sentiment of the market. And we've been patient this week. And, believe it or not, early in the beginning of the week, like the EUR USD, the GBP USD, they actually started making moves to the short side. We actually got D1 candles that closed to the short side. If you notice, when I put the signal in to take the sell on the GBP USD and the EUR USD, the EUR JPY never did close to the short side. It kind of moved down on the smaller time frames, but the D1 chart that we use to make decisions never did close to the short side. We also had fundamental news of the market where Mario Draghi gave another announcement this week, which seems to be pure words. I mean, he's talking about positive things for the euro and the ECB, the Euro Central Bank system, financial system. But there are other fundamentals of the euro that indicate that it's kind of like almost market manipulation. It's like they're kind of forcing the issue to be bullish or hawkish, especially when you consider the conditions of Greece, the financial situation that Italy is in, the fact that you have banks that are going out of business in Europe. You got a lot of different type of fundamentals. You got the Great British Pound that have opened back up their negotiations to leave the euro. A lot of these conditions, you have even Mario Draghi's committee are split between the things he is saying and what they're analyzing in the market. So, it's just weird times. And it's like that sometimes in Forex, where the sides might say sell, but sometimes you get a little positive speech from a Mario Draghi or a Donald Trump or whatever the powers may be, and the market will rally in the opposite direction of what you expected or what the forecast was presenting. Like a news guy who says, well, we should be expecting a hurricane tomorrow, and tomorrow is like bright and sunny days. You're like, damn, I went and boarded up my house. I went and brought all of these materials so I don't have to be, worrying about the hurricane, and boom, it was a bright day. The news guy was wrong. So it's like that in Forex sometimes. And in a situation like where we at now, it forces us to just be patient, guys. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. That doesn't mean, again, go shoot yourself in the head. That means just sit there and be patient. I mean, it doesn't take away from the fact that in the last 25 weeks, we still have closed out on 10,126 pips. Meaning if you had a standard account with us from day one, you would have made over $100,000 at this point in time. And if you keep the patience, you will get your accounts to the point where you can trade with this standard account and take every position with a standard lot, earning $10 per pip. So when our average is 400 pips per week, that means you're earning about $4,000 per week. The idea, though, is to stay patient enough until you get there, or use the other tools that we have to help propel you there faster, which I want to talk about today as well. But I want to first talk about the markets. Let's just get that straight. I'm in the trades too. I'm like, damn too. I'm saying it too. I would love to just be raking in the dough every given day, every given moment of the day. I'm just like you. I do have those type of emotions that say, man, what are these markets doing? Man, why did Mario Draghi have to come out and say some BS like that? Why? But at the end of the day, in this game, you pick your poison and you live with it. It doesn't mean that every time the market does something different or whatever, then you switch up and you do something different. Because if that's the way you try to play the Forex game, you're going to be forever dizzy. You be always trying to figure out, I just can't get it. It just keeps doing different things on me. Because the market may always do something different or move different. But if you have a system or a strategy that works, you stick with it. You pick your poison and you live with the results, especially if your system or strategy is working. And with the results that we have been producing, the testimonials that we have created with people going from hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars, we have to admit that our strategy works. And we have to live even in times like this. Even with the 10,126 pips, we've had times like this in the past where we just had to be patient and wait for the market to turn our direction and take advantage of the moves at that point in time. And guys, that just happened to be where we are now. I know some of you veterans, you've been here with us for a little while, and you know, and you're probably a little more relaxed and like, okay, well, I guess we're in another sentiment of the market like this. I guess this is the way it is right now. I guess I just have to be disciplined, patient, and consistent until the market does what we want it to do. I guess this message is more for, let's say, like some of the new guys coming on our platform saying, man, I came on excited and I saw this money you guys are making, but what happened this week? And that's just the way it is, guys. Not just Forex, but life in general. In life, sometimes, you know, you just got to kind of trudge through the mud until you make it to the solid ground so you can take off and run again. That's the way it is. You can't evade that. You can't avoid that. With as much success as you're going to ever have, a lot of times the more success that you have is because you have been through some stuff. You went through some things. You took advantage of those things that you went through and learned from it, got stronger from it, and that's what propels you to the higher heights. It's not that you just get to the top, you just go straight from the bottom and just land on the top. It's because you work your way through. You dip and dodge, you duck and weave, you do whatever you have to do. You deal with the conditions, whatever they may be, and you are the one that's standing when the storm clears. But you cannot live life and say, it's never gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna be cold sometime. It's gonna be dark clouds sometime. Where you have to prepare yourself the way we prepare ourselves here, we use the right risk. That lets us be prepared for whatever the weather may be. And then we be patient as it storms until it clears over. Then we get back out there and we run again. And that's just happened to be where we are right now. And I'm loving bringing this message to you guys so that you realize that Forex winning in Forex, winning on the highway to freedom is no different than winning and propelling yourself through life. It's the same principles. So just because we go through a week where maybe we get only 38 pips that we closed out on does not mean go shoot yourself in the head. Now, there will be some of you who are erratic like that, who just can't deal with it, who are suicidal, who give up at the slightest sense of adversity, who shut down the doors of your business at the slightest touch of you didn't make the sales that you exactly wanted to make that week, even though there are 52 weeks in a year, but you had 1 week where you didn't hit your sales quota, you shut down the doors to your business. If that's you, if you can't stand the rain, can you stand the rain? I think that's a song, Stand the Rain, something like that. That was an old school joint. I can't remember now. I miss my keyboard. Y'all feel weird even starting a video without music. Damn. I miss my keyboard. I think I'm gonna buy a guitar though and start to learn how to play the guitar. That's like a sexy instrument. Imagine I could get on here. Can you stand the rain? Don't. Imagine that, but be good at it though. Yeah, but if you are that one who cannot stand the rain, then hey, been nice knowing you. Because even though we have the affiliate marketing side and we love to bring people onto this platform, we love to help others reach their goals. We live by the philosophy that if I can help enough people get what they want, then I can have anything in the world that I want. At the same time, we're not thinked out for nobody to be here. this making money type of thing, this winning in life type of thing, this success type of thing, it's a special person that's going to achieve it. And it's not the ones who give up. It's not the ones who quit. It's not the ones who cry. And it's not for the weak. This winning type of thing is for the strong. For the ones who can follow a system, carry it out, make it happen, keep your head up, stay patient, stay disciplined, stay consistent, is the one who can come out standing after the storm is clear. But I guarantee you, no matter what you do in life, if you're going to win, if you're going to have success, you're going to have to go through some storms. You're going to have to go through some adversity. That's just the way it is. I would love for it just to be, woo, just beautiful days every day. Even as great as the weather is here in Bogota and in Colombia, it's like they have the same season all year long. They still have rain out here. Shit, it was cold as hell last night. I had a jacket on out here last night. And I just want to make that clear from right here, right now. But I can rest assure you, our system that's brought us over 10,000 pips at this current point in time, that's creating the testimonials that is creating, our system in Forex is a winner, even though you have to go through some rain sometime. Even though that's just the way it is. All right? So, hey, let's just be patient, guys. Let's just wait for those euros to turn down. We were able to grab 38 pips today off the GBP USD, put a little bit of money in our bank. And now, through adversity, there are some things that you can learn. And I am humble enough and open-minded enough to know that I'm not perfect at what I do in Forex or anything. I'm just not perfect. And I'm always striving week after week, like we all should be, to get better and better through the information, the knowledge, and the experiences that we have in Forex. And what I think we have gotten away from a little bit, because we've been focusing on the long-term trades, sitting in trades for multiple days and a goal to get more pips closed per trade. The leadership made a conscious effort to do that. So you will notice sometimes we're in trades and we're in profits, and then we look back days later and some of those trades are like, oh man, I wish I would have took those profits, because now we're in the red on those same trades. So within our efforts to, do this long-term strategy, I think we have gotten away from focusing on 5% per day. See, 5% per day is something that's easily attainable in a $5.3 trillion market per day. It's a daily turnover of $5.3 trillion. And 5% per day is something that is easily attainable. Now, yes, sometimes grabbing the 5% profits, the next day you'll look and realize, damn, if I would have stayed in the trade, I would have got 20% on that one trade, 50% on that, because the market kept going. But that makes me go back to what I said earlier about picking your poison. You have to pick your poison and live with the results no matter what they're going to be. So I think the poison that I'm going to lean a little bit more comfortable with us here on the highway to freedom is getting back to the 5% per day, because that aligns us perfectly with the P390 Forex chart. If you look at the P390 Forex chart and you see that you're averaging 5% per day, then you also see how it propels you and compounds your profit in a magical way the more money that you have in your investment account. All right? So we're going to do balancing of it, but we're going to get back to focusing on the 5% a day. You notice in our group, we don't even really talk about it no more like we used to. That used to be the main topic, the main thing we talked about. We used to talk about 5% per day more than we say good morning. We say good morning, right? Well, we need to wake up now. Good morning, I got my 5%. Good morning, I'm on my way to my 5%. Good morning, at 3% so far, another 2% to go. And get our money and get out. I think that's the direction we need to go back to, and what I'm going to be focusing on for sure. Because sometimes when you sit in the trade long term, these fundamentals, or somebody opens their mouth like a Mario Draghi that just drove the Euros crazy, can just mess up the whole long-term outlook that you had. Whereas you're sitting in a trade, and next thing you know, boing, just like that, the market goes against you, where you have to now sit in there and wait for it to turn back down. Whereas you could have took the profits. And I'm man enough to come here and just call it like I see it, because I do and am humble enough to gain knowledge from my experiences. Now, that's not to say we're not winning. That's not to say that our system does not work. But that is to say that, hey, sometime if it rains, you have to know how to pull out an umbrella. Sometime if the hurricane is coming, you have to know how to board up your windows. All right, and then we go from there. So that's my outlook on the markets for the week. Again, all we can do is be patient, especially the protection is the risk management. And I'm proud of some of you, like Z, I heard you this week said, well, I took even lower risk on the trades that I took after the trades I were in, because I noticed that I was in a few trades already that were adverse against me, and I had not been in a position like this before, where I just had so much negative trades open. So when I took the future calls or the future trades, I took my risk down even more than what was suggested in the group, which was brilliant, because the smaller risk you take, just the better it can be potentially for you. The less you have to worry, the less you're nervous, the less you have to have your emotions play on you. Take smaller risks. The problem is more people are focusing on making the big money, and they're not thinking about the other side of the thing. Well, what if this happens? So shout out to people like you, Z. I know, Lawrence, you do that as well. You have a humongous account, but you don't use nowhere near all the risks that you can possibly use, because you don't want to risk messing up that big account. And it's the same philosophy that all of us can use. Nothing wrong with taking less risk, but there's always something wrong with taking more risk than we outline or than your account can handle. Okay? Now, that's that. Kudos. Speak with your sponsors, and shout out to all of you who stand strong and not weak, and just can know how to follow a system, continue to plug in, continue to use the education platforms that we outline and open up for everybody. Shout out to all of you. If you're the ones who not, then hey, this money making thing ain't for everybody. This winning thing ain't for everybody. If there's a winner, there's always a loser. So hey, this is what it is. I don't mean to be harsh. I mean to be real though. I don't mean to sugarcoat shit. All right. With that being said, we do transition to the end of another week in the market, and we like to focus on the business owner side of things. Now, if things are slow on one side, you have the opportunity to build a business on the other. And every single body that's been here for more than 2, 3, or 4 weeks should at least have opened this platform and helped at least one other person with the opportunity. At least one. Why do I say that? Because if you help at least one person, the platform is free for you. It's free. Free. You're paying a subscription, but somebody's paying you. You will not find an opportunity in network marketing, affiliate marketing like this at all. Yeah, guys, we could have just charged you straight up everybody $100 directly to Highway to Freedom. We didn't want to do that. We wanted everybody to have the equal opportunity to be business owners here and build an organization as wide and as big as you would like to, and make as much money as you would like to off of that side as well, by simply helping people and showing people how you are turning your cell phones into an ATM machine. Now, we're not fiended out for that. That's not the main bread and butter of what we have to offer here. But I think that we have to kind of take advantage of it. At least everybody get one at least, right? We have the system outlined for you to do it at www.h2fentourage.com. This Sunday, we'll be back on bringing the information for those folks that you have that may be interested. But if you want the smoothest way to be able to do this, check out www.h2fentourage.com and at least help out one other person. Now, if you help out 4 and you become a quads member, and that leads you to becoming a continental member, we, the leadership at Highway to Freedom, invest more time in giving you more tools to help you win even on your own. But we only do that and invest that type of time with the people who brought all the way into our philosophy and all the way into our system. Because if we don't do that, if we just start giving everything to everybody as soon as they start, then you have what they call robbers. People who come on, get what they can get, and be out. Like Indian givers or what you call it, or thieves in the night. Come, get what they can get so they can be independent and leave. And I don't think that's fair. Not when you have a team that's invested in you and you just want to get what you can get. You only got your eyes on yourself and then you're out. No. So what we do, once you bought in 100%, you're a Quad Squad member, Continental member, check out the info page. You can see all the other benefits to becoming at that level. Like when we're making extra money on gold and oil and silver and these commodities, exotic pairs that we're trading, we offer that to our Continental members who brought in 100%. If you're having trouble with being able to bring on or becoming a Quad Squad member, speak with your sponsor. Join us on our Thursday night webinars where we help with that. We have the recordings in the YouTube channel. We have the resources, guys. We have the tools to help you get to wherever you want to get with this platform. And it's an awesome one. You're not going to find another platform like we have with the business owner side of things that allows you to build an organization and with the results that we're getting from the Forex. It's awesome. But you have to plug in. You have to use the tools that are here. And there's some of you who are doing it. I'm just want to encourage all of us to do it so we can move this thing in a major way and you can change your life and have, live a life that you probably could not even imagine. It's all about becoming free, mentally, financially, time freedom, where, you control your time. You're literally doing what you want to do when you want to do it. That's what it's all about. I put it in the group this week. One of my major decisions in life now is where to next. I'm going back to the United States. I want to see my baby girl. Shout out to you, little Ari. I know you be watching some of my videos. I love you, baby. But literally, is Thailand where I want to go? Africa? I want to stay here in Colombia longer. Where to next? And it's an awesome feeling, guys. It's, you live a life less stressed when you don't have somebody telling you how to live it. And you can live it the way you want to live it. And we have the platform here. I'm sure you guys realize that's why you join. And, there's more than one way to make money. And I'm just encouraging everybody to take advantage of it. All right. See you at the top. Have a great weekend.